It is the 12th of October 1936. The Soviet volunteer forces have made a big impact in the Spanish Civil War. We are fighting, of course, on the side of the communists. And to assist our brothers in spirit, we have managed to encircle most of the southern forces of the Spanish Nationalist Army. And our light tanks and our aircraft are no match for these guys. And we are working on wiping out these pockets of resistance here, such that we can then reorient ourselves towards the north and help deal with these divisions. There are German divisions, especially a SS Verfügungstruppe on the field, but currently they're fighting in the north around Bilbao. And while they're still busy there, we are cleaning up in the south. Ethiopia has fallen, so these troops are back again at home. And we've got two air wings fighting in southern Iberia. We have, if we look, we've lost 6 fighters so far to accidents and 15 bombers, but we have done some ground pounding of ourselves, and the Germans are active. The Luftwaffe is active in the east. So we're not contesting that just yet, because our fighters are no match for the Bf-109s that they're bringing. So for now, we're just trying to consolidate our front lines here. On the political front, Stalin's paranoia is once again growing, but we have created a new Stalin constitution and are now trying to root out the first of the terrorist centers of the enemies of the people, and we'll be doing something about that. Lastly, our navy. We should actually add some admirals. I completely missed that. So I haven't really done an awful lot about the fleets. We've got this is a mixed destroyer group and submarine fleet. We're just gonna we've got 5 admirals, so we might just assign them. Shore bombardment. We do have a Sea Wolf. We might send him to Vladivostok, actually. Because we should have... Yeah, so we're going to assign him to... we're going to assign him here. And we've got a couple more destroyers and submarines that are still exercising. That is him. Here we have a couple of light cruisers, 1 battleship. These are, if I'm not mistaken, where are you? This is the Black Sea, right? Yes. So I did have somebody with shore bombardment. Yes, he's got the Ironside ground pounder, so we're gonna send him there. We've got the Baltic Fleet. They can... no, actually, you are going to... Where's my... We've got these are in the Barents Sea, so I'm gonna assign him there. And then we've got the Baltic Fleet, and we can... Yep, that looks about right. Okay, so we've got our admirals assigned. And yeah, our troops are currently mostly sitting idle. They can... do we have... Yeah, we're still pretty short on equipment, but they can in fact actually... let me see. Reinforce... Yeah, unfortunately all the reinforcements are going to go there. I was going to get them to train, but I'm not sure if I actually did. Now they're not completely trained. So we might just get them to train up completely, but it'll be a waste of equipment, to be honest. So let's just leave them as they are for now. We're gonna make some differences there anyway. The only ones, actually, you know what? The only ones who can train are the NKVD divisions, because they need to deal with all the dissidents that we're rounding up right now. Anyway, back to the Spanish Civil War. where we're about to take Cadiz, which is going to completely cut, there we go, which is completely cutting them off from supply, which means we can now assist with this encirclement here, and the tank division in Cadiz can basically just round them up here, and then we cut off this complete pocket. Again, these are unplanned offensives, and they will deal 60. They can pierce us a little bit, but they can't get through the armor completely. This is one of the new mechanics, that the piercing is actually gradual now. So let's get these divisions here rounded up and destroyed, and then we will clean up the rest here. We do have the mountaineers operating in the north, just kind of pinning two Spanish divisions in the hills here. We're still on green air, which is good. The Air Force really does help with the Air Force. They have retaken Sevilla. Well, that's not happening. How did you manage to retake Sevilla? I wasn't paying attention for a second, and everything goes down. Everything goes to heck. Yeah, we'll need to take Sevilla back from them, but unfortunately Sevilla again is on unplanned offensive territory. These guys should not really be having supply down here in the south, but they are trying to reconnect because my Spanish troops went elsewhere, I believe. That's always the thing. These militias, they're not particularly effective. So. Okay, we do need to make sure that they don't... Okay, we've cut them off here, which means I can send another tank division across the river and help with retaking Sevilla. And we do need to make sure that we get these guys pushed back here, and make sure that they're not connecting, because these militia divisions are going everywhere right now. And I've got one tank division coming across. This is all, I think, unplanned. Yeah, this is all unplanned. So the divisions themselves are not doing an awful lot, but they are initiating combat, which assists with, which then the Air Force will help with. That encirclement means that eventually this is an actual division, not militia, so an actual infantry division. They will be broken down. I have 150 political power. Let me quickly check who I think I did need at some point. I think I did at some point. Oh yeah, I wanted to switch to free trade. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. So that allows us, because we have sufficient material, except rubber. And free trade gives us additional factories and speeds up. More importantly, it does speed up our construction, because our factory output really, and our construction. So because we are, a more open economy. So that's happening. Okay, free trade we are, and his paranoia 22%, but we are a week away from completing that focus, so it's not a big deal. But we do need to, however, be a little careful down here that we're not getting our tanks encircled anywhere. These will be eventually worn down, but we do need to retake Sevilla, and because that is, I believe, a supply hub. Yeah, they're getting supply from there, so we do need to retake Sevilla. I think they've left a province open down there in the south. Just quickly checking that this line is holding. Looks like it is. They have cleaned up in the north here, and I think the Germans are about to clean up here as well. So it's about time that we get back north. We're gonna be needed there. Okay, we've wiped that out. So these two tank divisions are now freed up. So let's bring them across. And just cut them off here. We've got a mountain division. Do we have any provinces that are not on unplanned offensive? Nope. So this is going to be slow going to wipe these out. These are, so that should work. Oh, Sevilla as well now, but this one is not yet. Okay, so we'll just get the mountaineers to assist with pushing them back across the river there. I want to free up these militia divisions because I need them in the north to make sure that that we're holding there. Unless there is anything that is already on unplanned offensive, on a planned offensive right now, but I don't think that is the case. So these mountains. We might send the mountaineers. This is all hilly. There's some mountains here. Okay, we'll go there. We'll go there, but later. Right now, we need to make sure we clean this up. Okay. Just keeping an eye on the 24%, but I think we'll complete this, and then things will go down. And in the meantime, we're just bringing the tanks across here to cut them off. And make sure that everything is wiped out as it goes. Okay, so the Zinoviev terrorist center. Investigation into the murder of Comrade Kirov in 1934 has uncovered a lot of leads that point towards a conspiracy between Zinoviev and Trotsky. So it's Trotsky again. And we have arrested and you can't see that, but I'm making air quotes with my fingers, interrogated to gather some more evidence. So meeting after meeting with Stalin, Zinoviev and Kamenev have confessed to working with Trotsky to overthrow the government, assassinate Soviet leaders, and ultimately restore capitalism in the Soviet Union, and we can't be having with that. So we are going to have them shot. This is going to get rid of Smirnov, who was kind of like a political advisor. We've got a trade unionist, a commissar, a communist theorist, that would be Zinoviev, and Kamenev, who was a technocrat. And the paranoia goes down by 50%. So right now the paranoia is at 54, but because of the first Moscow trial and having everybody shot, it goes back to 4. And we can now... And look what I'm going to have to do next. So that was the terrorist center. We can now secure the administration. Yes, that's a 70-day focus. That'll give us... that'll effectively reduce the political paranoia by 20. So this is just countering the paranoia that's building up. So we are securing the administration after uncovering all these plots. And that's not happening because, yes, we are once again an unplanned offensive. Okay, we've encircled them here in Sevilla, so this division will be wiped out. And this tank division can already assist here in the south. We have taken Sevilla, so we'll get the rest of the tanks. Maybe we get one tank division to assist here with that. And the other tank division there. And now it's just a matter of breaking through here. We do want to avoid the mountains, if we possibly can. We do have some mountain troops, but they're up in the north right now. Just double checking that they're holding and the Germans are not involved yet. Yes, that looks decent. And we're still they're not too concerned about the losses here in the south by the looks of it. So. Let's just make sure that that's all happening. We are going to actually create a little... that's only for these 3. We're going to give them a front line, because this is going to take a while. Not here. Just like this. And we're going to give them an offensive order to eventually get in there. So you do need to execute this order immediately, obviously. And... try to push them out into the in the north, and once this is wiped out here, and that is happening rather quickly, we have secured that area, which means these troops can now get their own offensive line and try to assist with that push in the north. Sorry, neighbors are noisy outside. Okay. So we get these up north, and our mountaineers are already pushing, so they can be assigned here as well, and then they can assist with the assault. Okay. Have I missed anything? I'm just going to check in. And I think I've got everything under control. So, continuation of the civil war it is. How are the Germans doing in the north? They're still trying to break through, but they're having trouble getting through there. As long as they're busy there, and we do have to keep an eye on Madrid, because these guys are awfully close to Madrid, and I do not like it one bit. Okay, mechanical computing is finished, and concentrated 1 is finished, which means we can schedule a couple more civilian factories in the high infrastructure areas. And that would be there. Leningrad gets a couple more. There should be something else that has higher infrastructure. There. Okay. And we can build 2 more here in Moscow. And then we will at some point also start building infrastructure to get more resources. But for now, it's really just about more factories as much as we can. We do need more research, and yes, we're going to go down concentrated as well. I know that concentrated isn't ideal, but it feels a lot more Soviet to concentrate industry to me, so that's where we're going. And we are probably... this is a bit ahead, this is too much ahead of time, but we should probably get radio, yes, for the reinforce rate. So, invention of radios is important. Keeping an eye on the paranoia, but we do have the security administration follow up on the first purge, and all these divisions here are cut off from supply completely now. So we should be able to break through them relatively quickly, and just making sure that we can. Okay, we've got the tanks here now in the north, so we will get them to push as well. And I think this is, yeah, this one's mountainous, but the rest is kind of hilly area. The tanks should be okay to fight in that area. Okay, how's our Air Force doing so far? Given that we have actually no opposition, we have only lost 20 bombers and 12 fighters. So, yeah, that's the Soviet Air Force for you. We can do something about this later, by the way. But for now, that's what it is. How's our equipment situation? We are still a bit short on infantry equipment. We are building. We're building guns and rifles, and we're stocking up on artillery, anti-air. We've got a couple of tanks that are needed for reinforcement, but we build a tank a day by now, so that's relatively efficient. We also need more trucks. But I think we're good logistics wise. We are building convoys in just pure convoys, so that is actually needed because we didn't have an awful lot. And once we break through here, I'm not sure why these guys are guarding Cadiz from naval invasions, I presume. But that's a bit ambitious. Just keeping an eye on Madrid, because once they start breaking, once these guys are finished in the north, then things are going to get ugly very quickly. And I would like to have all these troops freed up in time to head north. One thing also, the next thing we're probably going to be doing is get ourselves either a chief of army or a military high command, and I am thinking of Konev actually, because that he's a concealment expert, which means it reduces the enemy air support. But shouldn't he also be giving me? Why is he not giving me army experience gain? Oh no, he's not supporting the civil war against the Soviet Union. That sounds good, but why is this not giving me... Shouldn't this be giving me experience gain, or am I completely crazy? Okay, in that case, we do need a... I'm almost thinking of getting Timoshenko then, in that case. I mean, I know that he's not one of my field marshals, but... I think the army reformer sounds like a pretty good deal at this point, so that's probably what we're going to be doing next. Anyway, Let's get back to the battle. And now this tank, yeah, these guys, despite the fact that we are fighting without preparation, our tactical bombers are actually doing good work here. So these guys are breaking through and are cutting off these divisions and destroying them. We really just need to be careful that we're not losing Madrid in the north, because these guys are currently force attacking, which isn't going to help them. But I would like to... oh, this is open already. Okay, so this is not yet... we have prepared offensives in this area, so we can... I'm tempted to send a tank division just to break through there. I'm gonna send one and just see, because that might just be enough. I'm gonna send one tank division up north already. I don't like splitting up my forces like that, but that might be sufficient just to kind of break them here, if we can break through and consolidate our gains here in the north a little bit. So I don't think they're not going to make a huge difference here anyway, because these are unprepared offensives. So okay, you need to assist here as well. Okay, and get nope. Why are you guys moving off? Keep pushing them. Oh, because they didn't reinforce in time, that's why. How is Stalin's paranoia? 12%, that's fine. We're working on securing the administration. We should be done with that before it becomes a problem. Yeah, what I was saying, that these tanks are not really contributing an awful lot to the battle anyway, a little bit, but not massively. It's really the Air Force here that makes all the difference. So, where's my other tank division that I've been sending north? Oh, it's on the move. Okay. Just making sure. So, once we're through here, I think we can break down in the south as well. I just need these troops off the front lines here, the friendly troops, and I need them in the north. And it's keeping an eye on Madrid that they're not breaking through, because these lines are thin. These lines are thin here, and it would be kind of nice to connect, but I don't think we can break through here in any way whatsoever. No, very unlikely. So let's just keep wiping them out here and pushing them back and destroying them as we go. It would be lovely to have prepared offensives here, then this would go a lot quicker, but as it stands, that's not the case. So we'll just have to have patience here and wait until these guys are done. Looking at Zhukov, our general, he's almost ready to get Panzer Leader, which will give him armor speed and armored division attack, which is great. I can also give him... I have the command power actually. I can already give him the Winter Expert, and then he can take Panzer Leader once that's there, and then we can... I'm probably going to go for Panzer Expert, but we'll discuss that when we get there. Okay, why are we defending here? I don't think that's necessary. Why are we on the defense? Defense from whom? These guys? Okay, we're closing it here. We're closing it. This is mountainous terrain. This one's a mountain, but the other ones are hills. So let's... Yeah, look at the amount of divisions that we've encircled here. That is a lot of divisions. So here it's just a matter of breaking them. They are out of supply. We have air superiority, and even though we haven't prepared the offensives, the more interesting question is going to be, can I break through here? Because that is a plains division, a plains province, and I think we should be able to break through here, despite and yes, and it's yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, they can't pierce the tank division, and I think we can break them. We can break through them here. So, given that they're all engaged, we might be able to cut off 6 divisions and destroy them in the north already, while the rest is still busy in the south here. And these just need to keep going. So yeah, they will break these, and they will make their last stand in the mountains, and then that'll be that. Okay, let's get that done. We're breaking through here, and the tanks on the open terrain with supply and without the modifier, the tanks are just completely wiping the floor with these Spanish divisions here. So let's wipe these out and then wipe those out, and then we should be. Why are we not getting through? We should be. Why are we losing so much? We're not out of supply. This should not be an issue. Why did we lose so much orc here just now? I'm not sure what happened. Quick look over. 20%, that's fine. We're almost done securing the administration. Quick look in the south. These guys have reinforced problems again. That's why we need the radios. They need to keep pushing into these battles, because that's a lot of Spanish divisions that are going to get wiped out here. But I do need to make sure that my tank division here isn't in danger. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think we've got these guys in circle. No, why? Oh, because they're... Oh, that's why. I see what happened. They were on their own little... they were railroading back there. That's why. We don't need all these. We can already get a second tank division up north and get them to attack this. So just so we can start wiping this out as quickly as we possibly can. And you need to assault here. Because here we've got enough divisions here to wipe out these remaining Spanish troops, and they haven't even managed to hold the mountains. They're just in the hills here. And once we have dealt with them, then we will be in a good position. Yeah, there they go. They get another tank division to clear out these here. That's 2 divisions there. Yeah. So this should be a bit of a loss. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's actually have a look at the Civil War, how it's going right now. Spanish Civil War. Nationalist Spain is 50% towards capitulation. They have lost 111,000 troops versus a 30,000 casualties on the Spanish side. So currently almost 1-to-3 loss ratio. All these divisions now, I am going to need them in the north. Now, where are we going to make our next breakthrough? And that is going to be the question. We could... what concerns me are these German divisions, and it looks like they're about to break through there with the force attacks. Let's have a quick look if there is anybody... who's got an offensive planned here, but it doesn't look like. None of this is planned, but... so we can't... I don't think we can reconnect, but I'm kind of keen to have these guys... Let's see. This is hills. This is hills. This is all hills here. This is a plains territory. So let's have a look at the supply situation. This is the central supply hub of what is this? Valladolid. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that is one of their central supply hubs. So if we take that and gain a foothold in the north, then we might be able to cut off all the territory over there. So let's get our divisions onto a front line. At least the tanks, maybe not the mountaineers, but the 3 tank divisions onto a front line here. So that's these 3, and you will have your next task is to take Valladolid, and we will send the mountaineers just to sort of reinforce north of Madrid, because I do want to make sure that we're not losing out there. And especially when these German divisions come, I need some defensive divisions here. Okay, tanks divisions here. You're not. Yeah, just help wiping these out. But I think we're almost done here. Yeah, you don't even need it. Go to that front line. Okay. And here's Panzer Leader. So now I can give him the because I saved one up. I can now give him the Panzer Expert. Why am I giving him Panzer Expert? And I think that's going to be the last thing we do for today. It says Armored Division Defense, right? Why would I want to give Armored Divisions Defense? Let's have a quick look at an Armored Division. This is my current tank division. The defense is not great, and that's because it's a tank division. So it has a couple of motorized infantry in it and a couple of light tanks. The tanks are terrible at defending. They're relatively good at attacking. However, defense is not just when you're sitting somewhere and you are you're defending territory. There's always attack and defense. So when you're defending a territory, it's the defense stats that counts, and it gets countered against the soft attack, hard attack, depending on the hardness of your division from the opponent. However, when you're on the attacking side, your defense is the breakthrough. Breakthrough is basically how much punishment, how long can you sustain the attack? How much punishment can you take from the attack value of the defender while you're attacking, and before you need to stop the assault. So while this sounds like, I think this is actually going to give me more breakthrough. So we're going to give him the Panzer Expert. And I could have actually just looked at the division templates. Yeah, you see that? It was like 90 something or something. So now it's breakthrough. So even though it says defense, that you don't want to use tank divisions for defense, it actually makes sense because it allows my tank divisions are now sturdier and they're harder to stop, if you want to see it that way. Anyway, so the Spanish Civil War is going relatively well. However, we are now going to be facing, and we do have to relocate the Air Force. So let's relocate the Air Force to Madrid and focus on northwestern Iberia. And the problem is once we have to deal with the northeast, because that's where the Luftwaffe is busy, and that's going to be hard for us. So, yep, that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.